Since prehistoric times, caves have been magical places, places where our ancestors would go for rites of passage, for magical ceremonies, for music and community. These were places that were gateways to the spirit world or even gateways to the afterlife. And by us having the opportunity to perform music in a cave like this, we're hoping to be able to experience a small taste of what our ancestors felt thousands of years ago. August of 2016, the National Park Service celebrated their 100-year anniversary. Timpanogos Cave National Monument chose to celebrate by hosting their first ever Arts in the Park event. They invited visual artists and performance artists from all over. These artists were allowed to paint or perform along the trail to the cave itself, or actually perform deep inside of the cave. Tribal Ways is a group that attempts to recapture some of what our prehistoric ancestors experienced. We try to do that by experiencing it firsthand through tribal music and early instruments and tribal dance. We try to experience these things firsthand and have a different perspective on life from doing so. For this experience in Timpanogos Cave, the instruments we've chosen to bring are very simple. We've brought frame drums, which are rawhide stretched over a simple wooden frame, didgeridoos, which are Aboriginal instruments that date back 40,000 years, conch shell trumpets, gourd rattles and rawhide rattles, and also very simple wooden and bone flutes.
I wanted to do this event because I love tribal music and I love the way that the echoes of the music sound off of the walls, and this was a great opportunity to do that.
Playing the didgeridoo or any musical instrument like the rattles or the conch shell, it's getting deeper to like more the ancestral connection with the older instruments.
I really like the drums because it's like a primal way to express yourself.
The trail up the canyon was about 2 miles, and it was difficult carrying our instruments up, but having done that, it made the experience more meaningful and memorable.
Ceremonies, rituals, rites of passage have often been held in caves, and music has always been a part of that. And this has been a great opportunity for us to try to share that with people who went through the cave, a chance for them to experience music that's tribal in nature and music that is primal and more primitive than some of the instruments we use today.
When we finally reached the top of the mountain, we had about a half an hour to catch our breath and practice our musical instruments before we entered the cave. When we finally entered the cave, it was like entering an entirely new world. Outside, the temperatures had been close to 100 degrees, but as we walked in the cave, we were engulfed in darkness and icy cold temperatures. Coming out of the cave was like emerging back into the land of the living. The sun was bright, the music faded, and we hiked all the way back down to the bottom, carrying our musical instruments. Putting on this event was a lot of work for the National Monument and a lot of work for the members of Tribal Ways. But it was a powerful experience that we all enjoyed, and we hope that we have the chance to do this again someday.